Hi, I'm Jillian, and this is my video on aesthetics for Perf 202. I have found that a lot of people use the term aesthetic incorrectly, or at least in a way that lacks nuance. I often hear people say that something is aesthetically pleasing when it looks nice and has a themed, cohesive vibe to it. Cohesiveness is a part of aesthetics, sure, but aesthetics itself spans beyond that. It is the cultivation of beauty and nature and function of whatever it is that you're talking about and how they work together to create an aesthetic. For my video, I will be talking about aesthetics in today's pop music, specifically of an album that I think has a really distinct, apparent, and well-cultivated aesthetic and how I think it was achieved. The album that I'll be talking about is Taylor Swift's Midnights. The aesthetic of Midnights by Taylor Swift, and the aesthetic of most albums, is the cultivation of the lyrics, the instrumentals, the production, and the collaboration, as well as the accompanying visuals like the album art, as well as the promotional photography and music videos. For my video, I will be covering the lyrics, the production, and the visuals of Midnights, and how the beauty, nature, and function of all of it work together for its aesthetic. First, I'm going to talk about the lyrics. One of the most prominent reoccurring themes of Midnights is midnight itself. Taylor referred to the body of work as the stories of 13 sleepless nights scattered throughout her life. Lyrics like Midnight Rains and I Never Think of Him Except on Midnights Like This and Maroon's Looked Up at the Sky and It Was Maroon refer to late night self-reflection and callbacks to the middle of the night experiences. This happens throughout the album. It's the overarching theme of the entire album. I think that the recurring lyrical themes help to cultivate the album's aesthetic, and I think this album in particular has a very distinct lyrical theme. Now for production. This is an album that was produced by Jack Antonoff, and Jack Antonoff, I think, is really great at helping to curate an album's aesthetic. He's produced work across many different genres for Taylor Swift, The 1975, Lorde, Bleachers, The Chicks, and with each body of work, he really helps to create something very distinct, in my opinion, that is. Midnights in particular is full of vintage synth, moody reverb, layers of harmonies, and sound effects that I could only really describe as extraterrestrial sounding. All of these correlate and work together with the late night nostalgia that we also find in the lyrics, further cultivating an aesthetic. Lastly, for visuals, all of the promotional pictures, the album cover, and the music videos further meld an aesthetic together for this album. The promotional pictures had a lot of what I would call 70s moodiness and nostalgia. The album cover is dark colors and a hazy picture of Taylor up close to a flame, and the music videos were full of color and drama and late night existential hallucination and self-reflection. I think all of these really work well together with the lyrics and the production to create this very specific aesthetic for the album. And now for my artistic application. I have took these elements that I have learned about aesthetic and I tried to apply them all to my own original song by producing it and making an album cover in a way that correlates with the lyrics to create an individual aesthetic of youthfulness and optimism and growing pains.
And here's to the one horse town that you wanted to leave, that you chose for yourself at 17. And here's to learning the hard way to plant your feet for a while, 'cause it's worth it, 'cause it will be.
That was my video. Thanks for watching and gig 'em.